You're listening to Bitchin, the podcast with plenty of games, too much wine, and conversations that somehow relate.
Welcome to the game.
I'm gonna awkwardly do this thing where I'm gonna clap real quick. Cool, just in case.
So awkward. I'm offended.
Anyway, who the hell are we?
Hey!
I'm wrapped up and stuff.
Hey, yo.
Alright, well, she's being weird, so I'm Taylor.
I'm Blair.
This is our podcast
Hey.
where we're gonna play stuff, bitch about even more stuff.
That's why it's called Bitchin.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of things won't let us put that because young ears apparently can't handle.
Apparently, bitch is a cuss word?
Apparently. I mean, I see it as we are embracing the word and taking it back because, you know, for so long, bitches were, you know,
Baby, come back.
real derogatory towards women. I feel like we're taking it back.
We are, yeah. And,
Not that, like, a billion other women have already because it's just a common thing, but
we're
I
just
almost say...
join in the army.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, play games, bitch about shit.
Drink a little wine.
Drink a little wine, or a
little?
lot. We're both on our second. I'm on my third, actually.
Oh, I'm on my second.
So, yeah, Taylor, Blair, Cats, Chris. And
Chris, yell hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Don't ever talk again. This is our podcast. I'm sorry.
Chris is here to correct us if we say anything wrong, help us if any technology goes to shit, which is a high possibility.
I have really bad luck with technology. Like, everything I touch dies. So.
When I was a child, I crashed at least 2 computers.
Oh, I've done that this year. No,
Oh,
I'm
there you go.
I haven't. Actually, I have. Because my home computer has died, and then I've killed 1 laptop.
Why we do anything with technology, that's up to anybody's guess.
Yeah, who knows?
So basically, yeah, why, Taylor, why would you say we're doing this? Why are we doing this?
Well, so we're both relatively antisocial.
Bitch!
We hang out with each other and play games and bitch about life. So why not throw that together? Because I feel like there's plenty of people out there in the world that either A, like games, or 2, like to bitch about life. So, you know,
We're also,
maybe we'll make some friends.
yeah, we're also 20-somethings, in that millennial age.
Ugh.
And,
The thing Blair says I say to everything.
Apparently, you know, we have such a weird thinking of things. Yeah, if we bitch about something, we want just everybody to know about it, or anyone, or maybe, like, it's like...
And also just, like, you know, feel free to throw in your input, because we're 2 millennial white girls that, like...
If you couldn't tell already.
we don't fucking know shit, but we're gonna bitch about it anyway.
There you go. There you go.
So, join in.
So why not do it on the internet where it's easy to do? You want to tell us?
Yeah.
You want to tell us the story of how we met?
I feel like we're like an old married couple where it's like, Jimmy, tell them that first day we met, and go on. But
We did just go over this, and I feel...
Yeah, I realized that I'm a much better friend.
I was attacked.
So essentially, Blair and I met like a whole year before we actually started hanging out, and I'm the only one that remembered it because I thought we would be great friends, but she obviously didn't give a shit. It was freshman year at like hey, it's the beginning of the school year and you're in college, have fun hating your next 4 years. But they try to make it real upbeat so you don't think you're gonna hate your life. But I was with one of my best friends through college, who we were meeting with another friend who was Blair's friend. And we all hung out that entire afternoon. And then as we've decided, Blair finally remembers, I don't know why she's blocked out her memory, we went after the fact to one of the friends' houses and watch a movie all together, and then she didn't talk to me for a whole year.
Dear God.
So, I don't know. And then the beginning of our sophomore year, we were both in a class together, and like the big nerds we are, we were both down in the front row, and she sat down next to me, and I was like, hey, I like know who you are, and she just blank stare.
Not
but
true.
She played it off like a trooper and pretended like she knew who I was.
I did know who you were slightly. I am very shy when you first get to know me, which is completely opposite from when you later know me. And yeah, so I was very shy. Probably was like I know you, but when what, like, you know, just trying to connect all the dots.
Whereas I'm just like, I may have a slight connection with you. Let's talk for 4 hours.
Which, how long are those classes? Are only like 90 minutes?
Yeah.
You're gonna follow me outside of class?
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
maybe. I don't know.
But we clicked pretty well after that.
Yeah, I think within the first conversation we were talking about Supernatural.
Yeah, really bonded over Supernatural. We went to like a concert like really soon after that. Started playing games, and then it just kind of went on from there.
That's a different guy.
Taylor played this a little bit just before. Gonna be surprised by all the different automated people that are around.
Okay, there's been like the same 4 stock characters, and this guy must be just like a really fancy first floor guy, because he's not on the rest of the floors. You are. You're everywhere. You're not. Anyway, but yeah, so then we bonded, and then of course over video games. See, there you are again. I'm gonna call you Paul.
Paul
That's Einstein. And
who's that guy? Who's the other guy?
it's Einstein.
No, what?
Him.
Who's the black guy?
Paul.
Oh, who's the bald guy?
I gotta go look at him. Inspiration's gotta strike.
Hold on, we have to take time for this. This is where my customization heart comes in. It's
I mean,
like, we have to name all of them.
Honestly, he just feels like a Frank to me. That like receding hairline just screams Frank.
Oh, shit. That's true. I know so many bald Franks.
I know none, but I'm assuming they're all bald.
I know some bald Franks. Interesting.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We were talking about how we met. You know, the important shit, Taylor.
Henry.
No, but basically, we apparently get along pretty well. We've been friends for a while. I tell people that we're basically the same person. You're just taller and wear glasses. So I think that pretty much.
I am both those things.
I think that
I'm blind and I'm tall.
I just said you wear glasses. You don't know if I'm talking about reading glasses or not.
I'm one of those people, I'm probably going to offend someone, but those people that are just like really dumb that just wear glasses is like a fashion statement.
I've done that.
Oh, I hate
No,
you
I'm
people.
kidding. I haven't
Do you
really.
know how much I hate that I have to? I wake up and I can't see.
No,
I'm not that blind.
I feel
Hers
like
is
if I wore glasses, I would just look smarter.
I mean, it's true. People think I'm a lot smarter than I am.
I don't know how to respond to that.
You know me, though. It's people that don't know me.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, getting into with this podcast, we want to take a different game every time and play it, test it out, do like a little bit of a run through, and also have a topic that might possibly relate. We're gonna try to make them relate. If they don't, then we've made a stretch somewhere, and we'll probably let you know the stretch. Today,
That's just how our minds work to make it happen.
Basically, we'll explain it.
Don't question it too much. Oh shit.
Basically, today we're playing. This is Half-Life. If you couldn't already tell from the gameplay, and we'll talk later about the thing called the quarter-life crisis, which is started to.
It's a thing.
It's a thing, and but it started to be talked about more and more, and so we wanted to talk and bitch about it as well. So, Half-Life, Taylor, before now, have you ever heard of Half-Life? What it is?
Yeah, I mean, not in like crazy detail, but totally, I mean, it's one of those games that I feel like everyone, obviously except for you and me, has either played or knows enough about.
That's true.
That they talk about it. I mean, I said something about Half-Life, and Chris went on for like 30 minutes about how influential it was.
I think
to like the gaming community, which I've heard before, and it's all just, you know, it's one of those pivotal games. I'm like, why haven't I ever played it?
Honestly, I think like it's one of those that I've like seen the cover of. And I've heard the name, but before I started researching it, I really did not know too much about it. It was just...
Paul... what did I name him?
Which one? There's Paul Frank... Paul Frank Einstein. That's all I got.
Guy. Who are you? No, come back. I gotta stare at your face. I really gotta
I must stare at your face. So... Okay. So, yeah, it's definitely... let's go. When... Can you remember from when we talked 5 minutes ago? When was Half-Life released?
Rude.
I was just asking a simple question.
Yes, I do know this. I'm bad with remembering numbers. 98.
It was. Good job. Clap.
Really
golf
bad,
claps for Tay-Tay.
Oh, yes, clap.
Yeah, it was released in November of 1998 by a company called Valve. Yeah, like Taylor said, it's definitely pretty revolutionary. Lots of parts about it led to...
like that guy's voice. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
What's his name?
I haven't named him yet. You're really creepy. You're going to be Lester.
Oh, good one. He
like,
does
they're
look like a
waiting
Lester.
for you in the experimentation room.
He does look like a Lester. That's good. But yeah, because of realistic gameplay, the graphics for the time, and the seamless narrative, it was pretty revolutionary for future games down the line. Also won tons of awards. Not only this game, but also its sequel, Half-Life 2, was pretty rant and raved about and won tons of awards as well. So you're playing, Taylor, right now as Dr. Gordon Freeman. You're a doctor. You made it.
Yay.
Congratulations.
He's so much more successful than I am in my life.
We'll see later if he still is. But yeah, so you, just a little bit about kind of like what's going on. You are a doctor at the New Mexico Black Mesa. I was going to say it. Black Mesa.
What are you trying to say other than
Mesa? Don't laugh at me! That you can't be here.
We're from Texas. Do you know how many mesas are just in this area?
I am not
like
from here.
You're from Texas?
I'm from Texas, but not from down here. There ain't no... I was going to say mesas. There ain't no mesas in North Texas.
No mesas here. But things named. It's okay.
We're in...
You don't know English. It's fine. Or Spanish, I guess, actually. Wow, I'm fucking idiot.
Take your glasses off. Take your glasses off. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. So you're kind of at a facility that's kind of like a Area 51 type deal. You're a doctor there. It's a everyday type thing until you do what you're about to do. Spoiler, you open a portal. Aliens come through. And everything goes to fucking shit. And it's all your fault.
That's fun.
Congrats.
I'm pretty excited about this.
But you become a badass and kind of like take on all these aliens, which is neat.
So I got a problem with this.
Okay, yeah, tell me about it.
Do you know how much schooling doctors have to go into?
Yeah.
They don't have time to go to the damn, like, firing range and learn how to shoot weapons accurately and do all of this shit. I barely even did, and I didn't do anything with my life.
Ow! I hurt for your comment about yourself. Like, damn.
I'm not funny, but all my thing is self-deprecating humor.
So, Taylor on glass 1 of wine is fun, here to party. Taylor on glass 2, self-deprecating. Okay. Yeah, I get your point. So, like, how did he become this, like, gunslinging badass?
I feel like this happens in a lot of things, but I can't think of what any other games are right now. But it's like, come on.
I mean,
he doesn't know how to just pick up a freaking gun.
I mean, my counter
all of
argument to that is he's located in New Mexico, probably the middle of nowhere.
It's probably like a military type,
and it's probably a
scientific
military
thing,
base. Maybe like it's like, you know,
It's like
they have to go through like a training.
What's that movie, Chris, I watched the other day on TV that I had never actually seen, but it's a sin? Starship Troopers. Like, I mean, the little, just like little scientist bros, they know how to like screw shit up.
I bet if you're like in like a top government agency, those scientists have to have at least one like week-long training of like gun safety. So it's probably like a thing like that. Like, why are you making that face?
Because there's a lot of green stuff and it's scary.
Oh.
Also,
Mia.
I'm like 95% sure I'm the bad guy.
Why?
Because I just like threw a dolly in the middle of this portal and everything's blowing up.
Why did you throw a dolly?
I don't know, because it was the only thing to interact with in the room.
Really? Is that it?
Yeah. You stand up there and wait, and a cage drops, and then there's that.
So, okay, so another thing, speaking of kind of like going along with this, so you haven't had really, like well, right now it's dark, and it's pretty
Am I
blinky.
I don't like it. It's really bright. It
Just,
hurts
like,
my eyes.
freak out. But, you know, even like where it's kind of going through this, you're still in control of like the mouse and everything. Like you could still move around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this game has, oh, hi, Biscuit. Sorry, I got distracted. So this game basically has no cutscenes. It's all kind of like storyline. Oh my god.
Oh man,
I'm so
I
sad.
caused Frank to die.
Oh no, not Frank.
Lester's dead.
But anyway, so there's no cutscenes. You're always in control. You're always like moving through the game. What do you have to think about that? About the no cutscenes? No cutscene situation.
I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, oh no, I don't remember his name, but get him back alive.
Oh, I don't think you named the soldier.
I did, and I already forgot it.
Soldier? No. Alan? Barry.
Barry Allen.
That's why I did that.
But no, I kind of like it. It gives me like a feeling that I'm constantly in control. Like it never kind of breaks me out of the gameplay. I would say, I guess, kind of the downside that I've learned from that is you don't get that moment of like, there's a cutscene, I have to listen to this, it's pretty important. It's, you just gotta listen and look at everything around you and kind of just pick out what's important.
Kind of like Skyrim, where you have to like talk to all the certain people.
Yeah,
and, like,
but this one they just talk as you walk past them, and you gotta like clue in. If I hadn't listened to this guy say in 2 seconds, you need a hazmat suit, we would still be walking around on the first floor.
That is true, because like whenever I was like researching and looking up about this game, a lot of like, you don't know a lot of the backstory. I mean, you know, Vermin just like walked up into his work. You don't know how he got there. You don't know anything about like, does he still have family? At least like not from where we are right now. Yeah. You know, you're very much kind of like thrown in. It's kind of like an anime style. You're just kind of like thrown into the story, and you have to learn from the dialogue around you, like what's going on.
Follow me.
He looks like he is now. Oh, that's a lag. My bad.
He said, I'll stay here and guard this area. You said we have to meet up. I'm access denied.
He's gonna hang out, even though he could easily
just give me your pass.
He could easily walk on the gray part.
He says, "Ooh, I did it."
But yeah, no, it's very interesting. It's definitely very different. I'm a person I really like. I mean, we both went to university for like communications, film, video production type stuff. So I love me a good cinematic. You know, just how good can we get those graphics, and let's just put a story to it and make it even more movie-like. So this is definitely very different for me, but I dig it. It's cool. It's different for sure. But yeah, I get what you mean about how the cutscenes are. It forces you to listen. You have to pay attention so you know what's going on. Because I get very frustrated when it's games like this, and I get stuck at a point, and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Oh.
Like, pisses me off so much.
Oh my god, it was this freaking easy? Do the thing. Oh my god, I'm so angry. Anyway, got that figured out. And also, like, I think I already said it, but it makes it feel very much like a puzzle, which is cool.
Yeah.
I do definitely miss, or not miss, I mean, I play other games, but, oh, Jesus Christ almighty. That scared me. I played a lot of games. Like, I don't think you played it. I don't remember from when I said this earlier. The new God of War.
I have not.
But then Mass
Don't
Effect
shoot me.
3. No, it's fine. It's relatively new.
It's okay. It's all right.
I have a lot of things I haven't got to play. I don't have weapons. It's... Mass Effect 3 was the first one that I can think of, like, doing this really well in, you're playing a game, and then... Nope. That was not the right button. You're playing a game, and the cutscenes just kind of seamlessly go into it. You know, you're, this is really stressful. You know, I remember it being really cool because you're playing, and then all of a sudden you are on... Yes, I have a crowbar, finally. Okay. All of a sudden you are... Open. Can I steal your gun? You know, you're just playing and you're walking and doing whatever, and then it just seems like goes into a cutscene, and then seamlessly just kind of transitions out, and you jump out and start playing. And then, like I said, God of War does that in the way that just everything is one solid camera movement. You go from fighting someone to the same exact angle is the cutscene, and it goes and goes and goes, and then it just stops and you pick it up, and you know, it just, I don't know. It also kind of makes you feel like you're like really into it, or it's more of just a movie, you know?
Yeah, and definitely helps you stay glued in, and because that is one thing that cutscenes do. Because like, not, you are supposed to like sit there and listen, but especially I remember this with Kingdom Hearts a lot. You would, like, it would be time to beat like a boss part, but then if you died, it would start you at the beginning of the cutscene, and you'd have to watch the whole cutscene again. Yeah. And then try to beat the boss again.
I don't know what I was supposed to be doing.
But by the time you had to go back to the you would just like ignore that cutscene, and it just kind of
is like feeling very uncomfortable, and he's trying to inch over here and show me what to do.
What are you saying?
Break the glass.
Oh, thank you.
There we go.
That explains why they gave me a crowbar.
That's why Chris is here, to let us know what we're supposed to do, so walking around hallways forever doesn't happen. But anyway, yeah, it's like cutscenes up, you know, you don't always pay attention, you kind of check out for a second, and so with it being like a continuous type deal, like you are always glued in, you're always kind of following the story and stuff like that.
I'm gonna break more glass.
Sweet.
There it goes.
Sweet. Yeah, Half-Life 2, like we said before, also critically acclaimed. You're so surprised.
There were people at that elevator. I just sent them to their deaths again.
Taylor, you are a
I'm
monster.
the villain.
You are awful.
They're gonna make a
Why?
Half-Life
What did you do?
3.
I missed it.
I called the elevator.
Oh, I just saw it. Actually, on the replay.
God, there's a lot of blood. I called the elevator, and it just died. But Half-Life 3 is gonna come out, and it's gonna reveal that I'm the bad guy.
Maybe there's. Oh wow, yeah, that is a lot of fun.
It's a twist.
Plot twist. But yeah. So what do you think about like a game like this that has so many good? Like, not only is the first one good, but then, like, the second one's good, and then I think they've had some other ones that people have liked. I mean, people like the whole series that happens, which is, I mean...
How did I get this gun?
You just picked it up.
I just all of a sudden had it.
I guess that happens more often for games than it does for, like, movies.
Where they're consecutively good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, why? Oh, my auto aim is not letting me look at his head. All right, guess we're gonna do this. I'm gonna just hit you.
Just attack him.
Just. Oh, or I'll just die. That's cool too, I guess. I didn't realize I was almost dead.
You were almost dead?
Yeah, I only have 11 health. Okay. Well, let's reevaluate my life right now.
So, it looks as if your coworkers have turned into
Oh, you're so right. That is what that is. Oh shit! No, I didn't get the gun. Damn
What?
it.
That it's your coworker?
Yeah.
Well, it's the little tiny aliens that have taken over, kind of like a host situation. Like they've taken over your coworkers' bodies. So what if this became?
Die.
What if this was? Think about your office, Taylor, where you work.
Yeah.
Think about where you work.
God damn it!
Sorry.
I need health.
Sorry,
No,
I'm making.
it's
you
okay.
think about
I just
work.
need a gun and health.
So imagine your office,
Yeah.
and then it has like some of your not all, but some of your coworkers now look like these dudes,
Yeah.
and you have to coexist with these guys.
I have to coexist with them.
Yeah, they work there now.
They're just like chill.
They're, I mean, as chill as parasitic aliens can be.
So not.
So how do you think that would change your office space?
Well,
You think you would still be jamming to 70s and 80s classics together?
80s and 90s.
Oh, sorry,
classics.
80s.
Blair,
70s
Grandma
and 80s is me.
Blair.
70s, 80s is me. 80s, 90s classics with them. Having your Margarita Fridays that you have or whatever.
Oh yeah, we had a margarita machine the other day.
God,
That
I'm
was cool.
so jealous.
Oh, in the bathroom over here, there's health in that bathroom. I said to remind me.
I don't remember you saying that.
Well, I did. Watch the replay.
I am.
Damn it, can I not even get in that bathroom? It was
So what would you do if you had to coexist with these alien dudes?
Well, I mean, I guess if I'm coexisting, life's just normal, so I'm just gonna keep doing my thing.
Would you try to befriend aliens if aliens started to be like tried to live with us type thing?
I mean, yeah, if it meant me not dying.
That's
And
true.
also,
Good point.
if they're gonna just coexist with us and it's not gonna be anything like crazy, then they're probably like relatively friendly and we can just live our life together.
First known here, you guys. Taylor is not speciest.
Nope. I'm not no Ashley.
Oh, I was like, who? I was like, who the fuck is Ashley that you're bad mouthing on this thing?
know who I'm
But I do know
bad-mouthing.
she's talking about Ashley from Mass Effect. Taylor has
Oh, God,
strong
there's
feelings
another one.
about Ashley. I forgot about that.
I killed
I'm like squishing your cat. Hi, Biscuit.
She probably deserves it.
Okay. So how's the gameplay going? How are you feeling about how it's moving? Easy, hard, so. Like it, don't like it.
Can I just like open all these? No, just open mine. It's okay. I mean, it's definitely. Ooh, bullets. No, I want those too. It's definitely. I mean, smooth enough, but it's just as clunky as an older game can be.
Yeah.
I think my thing that's the weirdest is that, when I'm like running, I stop, but I kind of like stumble a little, it keeps going. It's not a clean stop when I want to stop.
Don't stand
I
next to
remember this
ledges,
part.
basically.
Yeah, it's no old oh dang. Well, it killed the bug for me. It's no old Crash Bandicoot by any means of just like landing on everything perfectly fine. But so that's really the only weird thing with me. And I also don't like that the crouch is control. It's very hard for my fingers to get to there.
I gotcha. So, other what if question.
Yes.
So in Half-Life 2, which we haven't really talked about the summary of that one, but I'll let you know. They
oh my god, I keep hitting the wall. No! Die, little thing!
aliens.
Why am I not hitting him? Do I have to crouch to hit him?
Yep.
That's obnoxious. Alright.
Aliens come and they try to take over Earth with the help of some humans that are kind of on their side, but they're basically trying to take over. What do you think you would do? Do you think that you would become like an obeyer of the aliens, just kind of go with what they say, like, yeah, take Earth, do whatever you want, or would you be a resistance?
I mean, are these the same people that have just been coexisting with me? And they're
no, this is a
totally
different scenario, parallel universe.
Oh, okay.
But just basically, aliens have popped up.
Yeah.
They take over. They're like, hey, we're taking over. You have to do what we say. We're kind of like, fuck humans. But yeah. Would you be like, cool, yeah, go along with it? Or would you try to resist?
So I guess, if I'm here and I'm of able mind and body, like, yeah, I'll resistance that.
Meet up, have team meetings.
Yeah. No, I would probably run for president of the resistance.
Alright.
Yeah, I feel like that would be good for me. I always said in situations, like that. I mean, there's a lot of these movies and stuff, but that new aliens where they were on the alien planet. Oh no, get away. Damn, it still hurt me. And they go there, and then, shit gets real, because obviously it would. I would be one of those people that they're like, hey, we're gonna go try and populate Mars. You want in? I'd be like, yeah, I do. Because, inevitably we're gonna find something, we're gonna piss it off. I want to be the first one dead, Like, I want to be the one that's like, I found this alien place. And I went down. Oh God, no! I want the other thing.
So you're Lester.
What?
You're Lester in the situation.
Ew, no.
You're really creepy. You're gonna be Lester.
What do you think Gordon's feeling through all this? You being his controller.
I was like, who's Gordon?
He's you. Gordon is you.
God damn it. Well, he's really pissed that I'm controlling him and I can't hit a damn bug. First off.
They're a little bit bigger than bugs.
Yeah. What is Gordon thinking this? Well, obviously, what even got me that time?
There was a dude in the trash can.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Oh, oops. Obviously Gordon is military trained. Oh, that's what got me, his lightning bolts. So he's probably just, reacting as any military trained scientist would. And he's probably not freaking out as much as I am.
That's true. That is one kind of thing with this game. You never kind of grasp what Gordon's feeling, really. I mean, like, you get to play him, and he's, always
That's where
chill,
a cutscene would come in handy.
That's true. To see kind of, like, some of the emotion. But I guess it just makes Gordon is you, and you are Gordon.
Well, Gordon's freaking out then, if you see.
Okay, well, I think this is a good time. Do you really want to beat something, or would you like to switch?
Oh no, I'm gonna drown first off.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, let's switch.
All right, get ready for some horrible gameplay, because Blair can't play
It's gonna be
PC
fun.
games.
Gotta intermission music. We gotta switch headsets.
Oh god, this is gonna be awful. Especially since you're now fighting things.
Have fun.
Shit. I don't even know if this was the way that you came or not.
I came from the water, so just don't go back in water.
Oh god.
Yeah, man.
This is nerve-wracking. There's a lever. Oh, bullets! I got bullets. E. What was the soldier guy's name?
I don't know. I kept forgetting his name. I'm gonna say it's Jonathan now.
God, you're the worst.
Henry.
Oh no! Die! Oh god, I gotta reload. Yeah, fucker. Ha ha! I'm so good at this game.
You're the best.
I'm
anyway,
the
so I
best.
guess you want to.
Oh god, no! Fuck!
There's another one.
And then it killed you.
Did I die? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I totally did.
Anyway, you want to do some bitching?
Yeah, let's bitch about shit.
All right. Let's bitch about how we're don't know what the hell we're doing with our lives.
Yeah, that's true facts. If you didn't hear,
Glass Taylor.
If you didn't hear before, we're both 25, and oh my god,
We're millennials.
We're a millennials. We are a millennials.
Are we? Okay, so.
Oh my god! Look at!
Oh god, that was so loud in my
I'm
ears.
sorry. I don't know where he went. Where is he? Where the fuck are you? Oh.
Use your scrolly thing and get your crowbar and just.
Oh,
yeah.
He jumped off. Bye bye.
Oh, this is the you just got a dodgeball. Get away from him. This is why
Oh,
I
no!
have jackpot.
Oh my god!
They'll bounce off.
8 health left.
Oh,
What?
You did. Anyway.
How did I die?
Because you bitch.
Oh, there was another one. Shit. Because this is also going to be Blair if we play any scary games. Just screaming.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, keep going. What were we
Okay, so we're considered millennials. That fun generation everyone likes to talk shit about. Are we like on the elder end, or are we like in the middle?
Because
I hear some people say it's like early 80s to mid 90s. Some people say late 80s to 2000s.
Aren't we at the younger ones?
No, because I know it for sure hits the 80s.
Oh god, no. Okay.
But is it the early 80s or the end 80s?
That starts it?
Yeah.
I think it's
because like this one says
80s.
This one says use the early 80s as the starting birth years and ends in the mid 90s. To early 2000s. I'm like, that is a huge gap.
Oh no, I think anybody born in oh wait, should I have done that? Oh my bad.
Like 85 to like, or no, it says early 80s, so I guess like 80 something to 95. That's mid 90s.
I forgot I gotta hold it down. Yeah, I would say
I mean, I'm sure there's science to this if our fact checker would let us know, but I've seen conflicting reports of what the ages are. Are you coughing to tell us you know the answer?
he's Wikipediaing it.
Oh.
Shit.
But anyway, so that's what we're called. So it's either the early 80s.
I would say
to the
early
mid-90s
80s
or
to
late
mid-90s.
Yeah.
It says between 81 and 96.
Okay. That was close. I said
I would
80
say
and
that.
95. So
Okay.
yeah. Cool.
I agree with that.
So we're kind of in the middle. We're middle millennials. It's like Nemo. Anyway, so yeah.
No. Okay. All right. Well,
What was saying?
I'm not gonna be able to get past this. I can't.
That's what Chris is here for.
I just can't do the controllers.
I'm gonna get
for it.
really tired of this. But yeah. So anyway, that's like that's what we are. We're millennials in that 20-year-old span. And Blair, have you heard of a quarter-life crisis?
I have, because I strongly believe that I'm in and out of one most days. God, shit.
Nice. So yeah. So
Like right now.
because of this game. This is supposed to help us cope with it.
Yeah, no.
Not make it worse. Yeah, so essentially, you know, the quarter life crisis is, you know, the quarter life version of the midlife crisis.
Where you go and you dye your hair different. Oh my god, where the fuck did they just go?
Are we
Did you
talking about
see that?
midlife or quarter life?
I'm talking about midlife crisis. You know,
Yeah,
midlife crisis.
midlife. You go buy a sports car,
yeah.
date a younger woman. What are the other stereotypes?
You dye your hair.
Quit your job.
Oh shit.
Buy an RV. Go travel. Actually, I want to do all of those things.
Maybe we are in a midlife crisis.
Maybe this is. I'm really relating to it.
I don't know where these dudes are going. They're just. It's like a slide. It's like a slip and slide that's happening right now. They just go wee doo 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 bye. This is awesome. Oh, dead. Oh no, something's fucking okay.
Sorry, I'm dying. Anyway, so yeah, you know how that goes. But yeah, so essentially the quarter life crisis is the same thing, but for those struggling to figure out what the hell to do with their lives, essentially. So it's like 25 to 35-year-olds. And there was a study done in England, and it showed that about 6 in 10 35 to 25-year-olds struggled with different, like, financial issues, career issues, personality pressures, all of that kind of lumps into what a quarter-life crisis is. Like, I'm not going to give all the stats, but nearly 25% for all of these, 25% of the people, like, were affected by these different topics of trying to find the right job, working in a challenging job, trying to get on the property ladder. I've accepted that's never happening for me. I live in Austin. And being in the right relationship. So those are kind of the things. Is it's just, I guess, that moment of, oh shit, where am I going with my life kind of thing, which, you know, happens in the midlife way, but at least in the midlife way, you're a little more financially stable.
Yeah, I actually do think that that's a big part of it, because it's like, you know, yeah, when you're having a midlife crisis, I feel like that's kind of more about, like, I've done all this stuff, but now I'm, like, this much closer to death, you know, like, to put it grimly. Like, you're just kind of like, oh, I have this stuff, but I'm so much closer to death. I haven't done all these things, or I should have been doing these things. Let me do them all now. Whereas a quarter-life crisis is just like, how do I do what I want to do? Yeah, that, and a combination of just like, how do I survive sometimes, you know? Because it's like, you always hear, like, kill it with fire. You know, you always hear, like, you know, everybody makes... Oh my god. Chris, come do it for me! I can't! This
play jackpot with aliens.
Every game. No, hopefully other games I can play better. Here, I'm gonna move on this side of the mic with you. Yeah, I think quarter life crisis is so much more about, like, will I make it? Or, like, will I be happy? It's kind of more like, is my whole life going to be sad like this? Or, you know, like, will I be okay? Oh, so you go really fast. All right, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. That's the trick.
I gotta get used to it.
Oh, and Chris died too, so I guess you're not always perfect, huh?
But yeah, so... What about you? What have you heard of a quarter life crisis? Are you going through one? Or,
yeah. Like... we're at two drink Taylor. Shit gets real apparently. Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I like check all the boxes of like financial issues, like career issues, personality pressures. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I try to focus, and this is, I guess, like the biggest thing for me, and what makes it, because, you know, I can deal with, like, I'm having like a financial issue, or I can deal with I'm having this social thing or whatever, but it's like everything at once.
Oh yeah.
And you're just like, okay, I can focus on one thing and put all my energy and figure out how to do that. How am I supposed to do all of these things? Which, when you're young and not financially stable, it's like you have to focus on your job and all of these things to make sure you can pay rent and not get evicted or have a car to go to work, because you don't have... Ooh, I just stuck my finger in my wine. Because you don't have any sort of that kind of like security yet, and so then I feel like that forces you to skimp out on some things that you really want to do, or some other important aspects in your life, and making that even more difficult. I mean, and I don't think, because I know you hear quarter life crisis so much more recently, I don't think it's a recent thing. Like, people have always been dealing with this. It's that trying to find yourself while also, I mean, granted, our economy is a lot more shit now than it's been in years in the past when it comes to, like, young people and all of our college debt and rising rent prices, because, again, I live in Austin, and cars are so freaking expensive and all those things. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like we're feeling it more, and we're more in touch with what we're feeling than, like, past generations have. But everyone's, you know, dealt with it in some capacity.
Yeah, I think now it's starting to get to a point where I think that, I mean, you know, I have never been a millennial in the 60s. I've never been a millennial in the 20s or anything like that. But,
or a 20-something. Millennials are only.
Oh, sorry. True. I've never been a 20-something in.
Yeah,
we're on
different ages.
4-drink Blair, so stuff's gonna be.
It's all right. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you, Chris. You're awesome.
Don't
but yeah.
inflate his ego.
Huh?
Don't inflate his ego.
He beat that for me. Do you know how the whole time I've been playing, I've been trying to do that one part and I haven't been able to get through it. But yeah, I mean, I have never been a 20-something in like a different decade, so I can't speak for them. But I do think it is a lot more. We're able to talk about it a lot more now. Mm-hmm. And I know exactly where we are in the gameplay now because it's this fucker. It breaks it.
What you were playing earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think too, I mean, this can go for pretty much any topic we'll probably ever talk about, and I'll probably bring this up every single time.
Yeah.
In this age that we're in with, you know, the fact that two girls can just like hop on the internet real quick and just bitch about our lives while playing a video game. You know, information is shared so easily, and you can get those people that have those, you know, same viewpoints and like living through the same life in the same situations.
How do you
control?
Crouch? Okay.
Thank you. And so, you know, you just feel like there's a more cohesive feeling throughout the whole generation because we can all get on and, you know, share our life and our depressing things and like funny memes on Twitter and share them because that's the only way we can cope with it. But, you know, other people are feeling the same way where it's, you know, before it wasn't like there was a bunch of 20-somethings like really writing in newspapers about.
That's true. Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, technology allows communication to be so much more like widespread.
Yeah.
And yeah, it does feel a lot more like, oh, you know, I mean, people still get the feeling of like, oh, I feel so alone about this thing, or like, I feel like I'm the only one going through it. But I do feel like it is a lot more like, there's usually somebody out there, there's like a group that you can talk to or a hotline that you can call where, no.
Well, I mean, and that'll always be like a thing too, is you know that there are other people feeling certain things like you are, but
Yeah.
I mean, especially when, I mean, not to get too serious into it all, when you get to those things more like, you know, different like mental illnesses and things that you're like struggling with on your own, of course you're going to have that feeling of I'm alone, but
Yeah.
in the general, what we're all dealing with, we can just, like I said, hop on different social medias and see, you know, everyone trying to cope with humor about our lives.
Yeah, memes,
you know?
save the world.
Yeah.
Memes save the world.
But
I wish a meme could save me right now.
put it a little more uplifting. So that same study that I was talking about, or at least I'm assuming this is the same doctor. I'm reading Blair's notes because I didn't prepare. It says that this doctor had this quote that says, quote, "There's two sides to a quarter-life crisis. They're often featured as periods of difficulty or distress, but in my experience, they can also be times of openness, curiosity, and growth." So what's your thoughts on that little quote from Mr. Dr. Robinson? Hello! What's his name? Roberts? No, what's our dude's name?
Gordon Freeman.
Oh, who am I thinking? That's Roberts.
Why can I not? Oh. I'm just like looking over at Chris to see if this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, he's on a 10-second delay, so.
He is.
Did you go in that door that you could just
I
pass?
can't. It won't let me. Eat. Yeah, it won't let me. Just hit it. Okay, so yeah, kind of talking about it can be a time of growth and new stuff, because I do think that, okay, so I've you know, I think there's a lot more people our age that they feel the need to travel. They feel the need to go to other places. They feel the need to try new experiences, may it be like new food or a new place in town, or talk to new people that maybe aren't in their immediate friend circle or something like that. Like, I think that our age group is presently is definitely more adventurous in that way. And I remember whenever I was leaving I recently, this comes up a lot because it's so recent in my life. I was, living in Korea at the beginning of this year, and I remember 2 years ago, whenever I was about to leave for it, I was talking to a family friend who I go to for like a lot of stuff. Did you just take a picture? What did you just do? But I was talking to her about, going to Korea and doing this thing, and she was super supportive. She was so supportive, and I was able to talk to her about everything. And then I remember her being like, and then when you're 25, you can come back to America and you can start your life and you can start your career and stuff like that. And I just remember thinking, okay, I was down with everything you said up until that point.
Yeah.
Because it's like, really, me going and experiencing the world and going to like a different country for who knows how long, like, that's not me starting my own life, what is starting your own life? Is it me staying in Texas for the rest of my life and
finding a 9 to 5?
Yeah. Oh god. Oh sorry. So I definitely think that like having, oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh, I didn't die. Hey. But I definitely think that having, I felt kind of like the need to do that thing, and I think that there's a lot of stuff that like our age group feels the need to do that's different than like other generations. And so the kind of this like sense of like, I don't know what I'm doing, so why not do anything, like not feeling like I'm tied down to, it's like, I don't have to stay here if I don't want to. I could go there. I could do this. I could jump out of a plane with a parachute if I wanted to. Like it. I agree with that. It is terrifying, and it is like very much, shit gets real and shit sucks. Like sometimes not having a job or not being in a job that you want to have and stuff like that. I'm just going to die by this creature. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to go into the thingy and die. Because I think I moved that box in the wrong spot. Right, Chris? But, yeah, I agree with that. Sorry, I've been, like, trying to focus and also
figure out where this is
gameplay.
I know, it's very hard. It is honestly
hard.
very hard. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I mean, I feel like, with me, it's been more of like I've had this like growth because of like the bullshit I've had to deal with lately. And like the things that have happened, like, I took that gamble, started like a new career that I thought I was gonna like. It immediately backfired. I was unemployed, like having to deal with all these things. Like that's, growth in its own, like trying to figure out what to do with that and going and so I mean, I would agree. Like it was doom and gloom that caused it, but I definitely came out on the better end with, a better kind of mindset. Kill.
I did. Oh, no, kill that thing. Yeah. And I think, we've both gone through, like, yes.
Have you tried opening the door?
Yeah, I did.
Do you hit E?
I did.
She was punching it and...
It opened! Why?
Punching it is not open.
I did press E. I went up to it and I was pressing E. And, like, just now. Oh, you don't have to press E. You just have to go close to it. Fuck. Anyway. I think both of us, we've both gone through, like, periods of unemployment. I'm still half in one. But it's, like, both gone through that. And, like, we're both creatives. And I think that when we don't do things that are creative, like, we feel more drained. Yeah. Than if we were doing, like, all this creative stuff. Which can be very draining. But it's, like...
you
feel
satisfying.
Like something's Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely...
No! Wait, fuck. Okay.
Definitely different.
All right.
Did you die again?
Yeah, I did.
Sorry.
He won't stay on the fucking ladder.
Okay, so, since we've decided we're having these midlife crises...
Half-life crises.
Yeah, we're not 50. I I feel like it right now. My back is woo. Anyway, here are some top tips on dealing with that that quarter life crisis.
Okay.
I don't really know. These are these top tips come from a career expert, whatever that job may mean. Okay, I was doing this earlier and it was infuriating. It was jumping between like these boxes.
I feel so bad because I'm gonna be listening to you, but I'm also gonna be stress jumping boxes.
You are.
Don't destroy.
I keep forgetting I'm attached with a cord. Anyway, so here are some tips for avoiding. Number
Give
one,
them to me.
stop comparing yourself to others, which I am so guilty of.
I do. Oh god. I do that all the time. Like, how do you not though?
I mean, literally, like, everyone. Like, people that it doesn't even make sense to. Like, we're watching hockey, and I'm like, wow, Tyler Sagan's the same age as me, and he's making millions of dollars a night, and I'm sitting here drinking cheap boxed wine with my cat. You know? Like,
But you have a cat, and does he?
he has a really cute dog.
Damn it.
Yeah. I mean, but, like, let's be real. I was never, ever going to play hockey for a living. Why am I comparing myself
Hey, you don't
to
know
him?
that. Don't put yourself down like that.
I don't even know how to ice skate, and I'm 25.
You can learn. Oh, well, ice skating's
Actually, I
hard.
think he's younger than me. I think he's a year younger than me. Or
Fact
yeah.
check.
Fact checker, please. He's around my age. Anyway. Oh.
Oh, we just no. Okay.
Then also, I forgot this was what I was laughing at earlier, and I'm going to keep it here. Yeah, so that's a thing. Take what?
Sagan is 26.
26, so just a year
He's
older.
a year. He's older than you. See, you have a year to learn how to ice skate.
Okay, so in a year I can learn to ice skate, become a pro NHL player.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
first
maybe
female.
the first female on an NHL team. I'm gonna say that's a safe bet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not even need that to be fact checked.
Don't even fact check that. don't fact check it.
What are you typing?
We don't
Stop
need
it.
your fact
We don't need
checking. We don't need it.
Callie looks very offended.
Have I had 4 glasses of wine? Holy shit. Holy shit. No. God.
Anyway,
God damn.
number 2.
I panicked.
Take a step back and identify the root cause.
My therapist tells me that.
Well, then I guess she's on the right track.
My therapist tells me that kind of shit all the time. No, but that is really true because it's so easy to like look at like just very close-minded, like look at just the problem that's in front of you and try to be like, oh, why is this going wrong? Like, why am I in this situation? And blah, blah, blah. When, you know, it could be something else, you know, like roots. There's a root. That's why it's called a root. I'm going to stop trying to be insightful.
That's okay. So my problem is I like pretty much immediately identify the root cause, but then I'm like, I didn't do anything to fix that.
Yeah.
Like I have this really bad, habit, I guess. Like my like anxious tick thing is I just like shut down, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I know I fucked that up. Like I know what caused it, and I know it was me, and I know I'm not gonna fix it. I want to,
Okay.
but I'm gonna keep making the same mistake. One of these days I'll learn.
Like me right here. I can't get across these fucking boxes to save my life. What's the root cause of the problem? I suck at PC games. How do I fix that? Well, I take a time machine and get better at PC games before this period, which I can't do.
Sure you can.
I might have to... No, what?
What?
You have a time machine?
No,
Damn it.
don't talk about it.
The Men in Black are going to come in.
What are you laughing at?
Yeah, what are you laughing about?
We're not.
What are you laughing about? We're not funny!
That was literally the least funny thing we've said.
We've said so much more funnier shit. So much more funnier.
So number 4, which we're doing, talk to others.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing.
Just talk to
That's
some
one
people.
thing we got right.
Start a podcast, play some video games, bitch about your life.
I mean, I really do think like finding other people that are in the same situation as you. I love to talk to people about anything, and I feel well, maybe not anything, but a lot of stuff. Problems, any problem.
I'll literally talk about anything. Give me a topic. Let's talk.
Oh, this is why we're doing this.
Exactly.
But And it helps me so much. I had a person once. There was a friend of mine who, like, we were talking about problems that they were going through and whatever. And it was like deep stuff. It was like, like problems dealing with like emotions and stuff like that. And I remember them asking me, because like I said like a solution to that problem would be like, like I'm here if you need me. You can talk about this. We don't have these conversations that often. If you need to talk to me, like talk to me, or talk to anybody else. Like you don't even have to talk to me. Just talk to someone. Mm-hmm. And their reply to that was, "But don't you think that's weakness?" And I was like, "Fuck no!" Like such a like we are community-driven beings since the beginning. Like go back to like Neanderthals and fucking hell. Like I need my community right now. You know what? I'm really good at making it through the hallways. If you could jump over these boxes.
If you go jump in the boxes, fight everything, and then also hit control and crouch for me while I walk forward.
I swear to God, if we play other games, I'll be able to do good at it. Here you go.
But yeah, and I feel like that's, I mean, obviously a mindset that a lot of people have, especially like if they suffer from depression or those sort of things, is not only is, not really that it's a weakness, but, oh, I'm a bother, I'm not going to reach out. It's hard for a lot of people, whatever their like mental state may be at that time to
I mean I can
start that conversation.
I get that too, even though I am a talker, like I talk out my problems with a lot of people. Like I've gone to therapy multiple times. I'm in therapy right now, like never been ashamed of that. I have a counsel that I talk to about my problems. Tay, you were one of my counsel. I don't know if I've told you that. I did tell you that. I remember the other day. But I have people. I have people that I thank you. I have people that I talk to about that. That was all Chris. I give you props. But yeah. Even sometimes I still get the feeling of like if something goes wrong, especially if it's like a continuous problem that's happening. Like it's been like a problem for a while, and I've talked to people about this problem for a while, and things just keep like popping up in like different ways. I'm like, oh my God, they're sick of hearing about this. Yeah. Like I shouldn't bring this up again. Like you said, I'm a bother and stuff like that, which if they're true friends, it won't be. But
that's not how people's minds work.
It's not. And sometimes I mean also I have had friends before where like I'm talking about a certain thing. Sorry for the non-gameplay happening, but I gotta focus on stories sometimes. But like I'll be talking to them about a certain thing, and then it's like they'll give advice and then I don't take it, and then it's just kind of keep coming back with the same problems. Like, and it gets to a point where they're kind of like, I can't keep talking to you about this because like,
I'm just going to keep saying the same thing.
Exactly. And, sometimes that hopefully is like a wake up moment. Sometimes that's also like, you don't know what's going on in their life. Maybe they're having some problems that they haven't been able to talk out. And so it's kind of like I'm sorry, I can't, I feel like I can't help you deal with that. So I mean, just don't be, as long as you're going in it with the right mindset, not of just like, everybody should help me with my problems, or like talk to people, like reach out, even if it's like, even if you feel uncomfortable talking to your friends, talk to a therapist. Go talk to a licensed professional, because that is amazing. Therapy rocks.
Definitely. I mean, and I'm definitely one of those people a lot of times. I mean, with certain things that I just need to vent about, just yell, I'll do it.
Yeah. I vented to you in the car on the way here.
Exactly.
And I was
in the midst of yelling at traffic.
I was yelling at traffic.
It was very therapeutic. But I mean, with a lot of things, and especially with certain people, I have a lot of people in my life that I can trust, but I mean, not everyone's like you, where I can just be like, let me tell you everything about my life. But, I would, but I'm not going to volunteer that information. It's like, if it comes up or someone asks me, then I will do it,
Yeah.
Which I know is kind of my fault, too, because then I get that point where I'm like, ugh.
Oh, was I supposed to go down?
Why didn't anyone talk to me? No, hit that button.
Me too.
But-
What?
This thing too.
Oh, you're laughing at cats. Okay. All right.
I sent it in a Facebook message so I wouldn't interrupt the podcast, Christopher.
Oh shit!
But anyway, the last
He was just
the last
sucked
one,
up into the roof.
if
Oh!
any of y'all care, is research. You know, after you talk your shit, like do your research. See, look into your passions, look into your things. See, you know, how to make it possible.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cockroach. Gross. So this dude was just sucked up into the ceiling. He was one of my,
Bros.
He was one of my bros. And
Is it
then
Frank?
this stuff started flying at me. It's vertebrae or just like body and bone.
Ew.
That's nice. I'm really excited about what's
Awesome.
coming for me.
Well, I really don't have anything else to talk about when it comes to the quarter life crisis. Just kind of like get your ducks in a row as best as you can.
There was stuff. You know, I say if you like for people that are our age, I would say like don't just because I know that there's been like older people that have said to me like, oh, you know, we all went through this. It's just like a part of life. Like, yes and no. You know, like just because it's a part of life doesn't mean that you aren't valid for help, you know.
Yeah.
Like treat self-help, man. Self-help. Like if you feel the need to talk to people, talk to people. If you feel the need to drive to your nearest Sonic and get a Sonic size blizzard blast, it's a blast
This is
there.
a lot of roots.
Go get Route
44.
Route 44 Sonic size blast. Go get a fucking huge ass blast. Like do what you need to do to make
You know
yourself
what I like
feel
getting
better.
from Sonic?
What?
And really makes you feel better? Their ice cream slushes, the orange ice cream slush. It's a creamsicle and it's delicious.
Oh, that sounds.
Anyway, yeah, and definitely to kind of piggyback off of that, and I know I do it, but like just to myself because again, self-deprecating. But like belittling someone's like problems, not probably not on purpose, but when those things where it's like, you know, I'm upset because like I've, you know, something little, like my car won't start. And then it's like, oh, well, poor kids across the world are starving, so guess that makes your problem not so bad. I'm like, okay, but I'm still having to deal with this. I'm still upset about it. Like, don't belittle my problems.
Yeah. I mean, just because, like,
it's like that first world problem thing. So it's like, yeah, like people do have worse problems, and I get it, but to some people, that's like the worst thing that they're having to deal with right now, and it could literally be life threatening.
yeah, because I mean, it's like just because you don't go, because I mean, I feel like that we are blessed enough and in the situation where we're never going to be starving or without homes, hopefully. And that's just like, I mean, I have my parents to thank for that, and or like the hard work that I do and stuff like that. So I'm never going to go through something that like somebody in a third world country might go through. That doesn't mean that my problems aren't significant.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean that I get to go on blast about how my problems are the worst thing ever. You know,
Right.
there's a boundary, there's a line
yeah.
where you just don't overstep that boundary.
Yeah.
Still, like, understand your problems and be sympathetic to other people's
Yeah.
problems as well. Yeah, for sure. Can I sneak past this dude? I did. Oh, he moves. God. Really? You're worried about grant money right now? You bastard. Mr. What's Albert Einstein?
Come on, Einstein, your problems aren't that big. We have bigger fish to
Yeah.
fry.
There's aliens.
Children in third world countries are
Oh my
starving right now.
The ceiling keeps breaking and there keeps being those little thingamajiggies.
All right, well, we're
freaking
going to
me
let
out.
Blair keep struggling and end all of this.
Yes. yeah. How do you feel? Let's do not a recap, but how do you feel? How do I jump through?
I feel kind of tipsy.
Oh, me too.
Cool.
How do you feel? How do you feel about episode 1? What do you think?
That was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the whole point of this was just for us to get some shit off our chest, and I feel like we did that.
Yeah, I agree.
And played a new game that I apparently have been missing out on my whole life, so that's cool.
God damn it! I just wasted both my
And
bullets.
it was a way to spend a Friday night when I didn't have other plans.
Yeah, I agree.
I also got pizza, and I bought a new sweater, so it's really been a great day.
It's been a great day. It's been a really good day. Hopefully, if anyone is paying attention to this, check back in when we do this again. We want to try to keep this up every week, hopefully.
And holidays coming up. We'll see. But
If nobody's listening to this,
see you next time, future Taylor and Blair.
you're missing out.
From past Taylor and Blair, we love you and we support you, and I hope all your dreams come true. And I also I'm going to apologize for all the editing that you're going to have to do of all of this.
That's true. This is very long. I think we've been doing this
We've
for
been doing a lot of
while.
screaming, and I'm going to say like a good 85% of this doesn't need to exist in the world.
Maybe. Maybe some of it could. Yeah. Well, cheers.
With their plastic cups.
Yeah! Clink. Clink!
It was so sad sounding. Anyway, you have to do the stuff.
I do
You're
have
on the
to do the
computer.
I was just going to keep talking until
Oh, we just need
that
to
was
talk.
us. All right.
I
Well,
can use my smooth jazz voice
oh.
to send us out on a good. I don't know. I'm not fucking clever.